Are you going to sink or float?
We'll see. No leaks so far. Wave break that we keep drifting into. Construction here, the holes are plywood bent into shape. Gorilla glue holding the joints together. On this one I did some caulking, polyurethane, flexible sealant. On this one I did not, I just left it with the Gorilla Glue, and this is not leaking. I might put the sealant on there anyway just for a little more peace of mind, but it's not leaking. The wet spots in here are just from me climbing up into the hammock. These frame sections are 2x3s for now. I'm going to redo those out of something a little lighter weight, and that can come apart and just break down into a stack of 3 beams with some pull pins. I've already got one in progress. Just need to make them both. The ropes on here are doing a good job. These ropes going to the bottom of the frame help keep the pontoons from racking, shifting front and back relative to each other. And then the frame member going across there keeps the separation of the boats. So you got these ropes on each end that help keep it square. These ones here are to counteract the weight in the hammock. So as you load up the hammock, you got a force going this way. The frame going this way takes up a chunk of that force, but it would still try to tip over towards the person. So these ropes here just help keeping it from tip over. Ridge line up top is, right now, there's no weight in the hammock. That ridge line is just keeping these frame sections up. If I took off the ridge line, these would fold down. But once you put a load in the hammock, then you're pulling the frame towards the person. And so that ridge line actually does nothing. You can disconnect it entirely when the hammock is loaded. But when it's not loaded, the frame tries to fall down. I made that out of paracord because paracord is actually very stretchy. So as things kind of shift a little bit when you put weight in there, that would want to go slack, but because it's been stretched out to that point there, it doesn't sag. It just relieves some of the stretch. Overall, I'm very pleased with this first attempt. So I'm out in the water now, out on Lake Michigan. Shore is back there a little ways. I'm using this kayak paddle for propulsion right now. It's okay, but far from ideal. definitely too short for how wide this boat is. But a couple of things that I've noticed while paddling. Sitting in the hammock like this, straddling the hammock, at first my tendency was to drag my feet in the water like this. That creates a lot of drag, but also I don't get a lot of support. Start swinging in the hammock. But if I put my feet up on the frame here, I can brace myself so that the hammock's not swinging all over the place. It gives me much better control over the boat that way. And tell you what, sitting out here on the gentle waves, swaying in the hammock. Ooh, here's some boat wakes. Just nicely rocking me. This is so nice. I love it.